The airport bustled with the usual chaos. Pilots rushing to briefings, passengers dragging suitcases, the crackling voice of the intercom announcing yet another delay. Captain Olivia Carter stood in the middle of it all, her uniform crisp, her expression unreadable. She had spent a decade climbing the ranks in one of the nation's largest airlines, Horizon Air, but today, she was being forced to question everything she had built. "Captain Carter, we need you to wait outside." That single sentence changed everything. As she stood in the hallway of Horizon's headquarters, waiting to be summoned like an unruly child, Olivia knew this was about more than a procedural review. She had seen the looks exchanged by senior management, heard the whispers among flight crews. She was being sidelined. But why? The answer came soon enough. Inside, the stern-faced executives informed her that she was being placed on administrative review, pending an evaluation of her alignment with company culture. It was a carefully worded accusation, one designed to silence her. She was required to surrender her official badge, replacing it with a temporary one that severely limited her access. She accepted the restrictions without protest, knowing that appearances mattered now more than ever. As she sat in the sterile HR waiting room, filling out meaningless paperwork, her phone vibrated with incoming messages. "James, this is wrong. Let me know how I can help. Marcus, we need to talk. Maintenance Hangar 3, 4:30. Important." The most unexpected message came from Peter Lawson, the first officer who had flown with her just days before. "Peter, not all of us are like them. Some of us still remember why we became pilots." By late afternoon, Olivia made her way to the maintenance area. Her restricted badge wouldn't get her in, but Marcus was waiting at the side entrance, looking uneasy. "I shouldn't be doing this," he muttered as he let her in, glancing around nervously. "But someone has to know." Inside the cavernous hangar, he led her to a quiet corner behind a parked 737. "They're falsifying records," he said without hesitation. "Not just tweaking dates. Actual structural issues are being ignored." A chill ran through Olivia's spine. How widespread? "At least 30% of the fleet has maintenance issues that should ground them, but management keeps pushing us to sign off. When mechanics refuse." Marcus hesitated. "What happens?" Olivia pressed. "They disappear, transferred, fired for performance issues. Or worse, accidents." "What do you mean, accidents?" Marcus lowered his voice. "Paul Decker, the best mechanic I ever worked with, raised concerns about the engine mounts on the 787s last year. 3 weeks later, he fell from a maintenance platform. Broken back. Career over. The company blamed him, called it employee negligence. Wouldn't even cover his medical bills." Olivia's mind raced. The pattern was undeniable. "Marcus, would you be willing to go on record?" she asked. His eyes filled with fear. "I've got 3 kids. This job is all I have." "I understand," Olivia said gently. "But if something happens, if a plane goes down—" Marcus swallowed hard. "That's why I'm telling you. But I can't be the face of this." "You don't have to be." He exhaled, then handed her a USB drive. "Flight logs, maintenance records, internal memos. I've been collecting them for months. Just in case. Be careful who sees this." That night, Olivia pored over everything. Marcus's files, photos from other employees, her own observations. It was a damning collection of evidence. Horizon Air had been systematically compromising safety for profit, pressuring employees to look the other way, and retaliating against those who refused. At midnight, she called Zoe, her sister, and a federal investigator. "We have enough," Olivia said without greeting. "More than enough." Zoe's voice was alert, despite the late hour. "I'll update my FAA contact." There's something else, Olivia added. Paul Decker, maintenance technician. Workplace injury last year. Can you look into it? You think it wasn't an accident? I think nothing at Horizon happens by accident. The next morning, Olivia reported for her administrative duties with a serene expression. She noticed security watching her, IT personnel checking her workstation, executives walking past with forced nonchalance. They knew something was coming. They just didn't know what. At 2 p.m., she was summoned to the executive conference room, where Horizon's top brass awaited her. Captain Carter, CEO Thomas Barrett began. It has come to our attention that you've been accessing restricted areas and collecting sensitive company information. Olivia remained silent. We're offering you the opportunity to resign, the company's lawyer interjected. With a generous severance package, provided you sign an NDA. She smiled. And if I decline? Barrett's tone sharpened. Then you'll be terminated for cause. Good luck flying for anyone after that. Olivia pulled a folder from her bag and placed it on the table. Before I respond, you should know that at 9 a.m., my attorney submitted a report to the FAA detailing Horizon's safety violations. The room fell silent. At noon, the Chicago Tribune received the same documentation, along with evidence of retaliation. Barrett's face drained of color. You're bluffing. A third copy is in secure storage, with instructions to release it if anything happens to me or those who helped me. Wilson, the VP of Operations, slammed his fist on the table. This is blackmail. No, Olivia corrected. This is accountability. By the next morning, Horizon announced an emergency maintenance review, grounding nearly 40% of its fleet. The FAA launched a formal investigation. The company's stock plummeted. Within weeks, Barrett and his top executives were placed on administrative leave. Within months, Horizon Air filed for bankruptcy. 6 weeks later, Olivia sat in a cafe across from Horizon's headquarters, watching as workers removed the company's logo from the building. James, her former co-pilot, joined her. It's official. SkyWest is buying up Horizon's assets, offering jobs to all certified staff, except the executives, of course. And you? Olivia asked. Senior First Officer Track, he said with a grin. And you? She had received multiple offers from airlines eager to hire the whistleblower who had taken down Horizon. But she was also being courted by aviation safety organizations and even publishers. I'm still considering my options. That evening, her phone rang. It was Zoe. Have you seen the news? Her sister asked. The Justice Department just announced criminal charges. Reckless endangerment, fraud, obstruction. They're facing real prison time. Olivia exhaled. Justice had been served. 3 months later, Captain Olivia Carter guided a Boeing 787 through the skies. Beside her, a young black first officer named Tasha Williams monitored the instruments. Beautiful day for flying, Olivia commented. Perfect, Tasha agreed. Then, hesitating, she added, Captain, what you did at Horizon, it's why I stuck with aviation. Olivia smiled. The sky belongs to all of us, First Officer Williams. Never forget that. In a world where corporate negligence can have deadly consequences, Olivia's story reminds us. Integrity isn't just a personal virtue. It's a responsibility. Speaking up isn't easy, but silence is far more dangerous. If we demand accountability, if we refuse to wait outside, real change is possible. The sky may be limitless, but the truth must always take priority. Did you know? Just one like from you can give me the motivation to create more awesome videos. And by subscribing with the notification bell on, you'll never miss out on my next amazing content. Don't forget to leave a comment below. Let me know what you think about this video or suggest a topic you'd like to see next.